Yo, 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 what up? What up? This is C Brother, and you have entered the Hog Cast. Hog Cast. Yeah, we got a good show today, man. This is my first show. This is my first show and my first guest on the show. So we getting it all together. All right. Let me move this over there. Get this going because you know I am the unqualified hall caster. So man, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that is joining us today. Let me see. We got Juice. Hold up. Let me bring Juice in. All right. Boom. What up, Juice? What up? What up, man?
What up, partner? How you feel?
Man, feeling good, man. We bringing in Wild. What's going on, Wild? Can you hear us, Wild? They unmute the mic. Boom. Let's see.
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, big dog. All right. Let me get this adjusted. Boom, boom.
Oh, there we go. It's better if I do it that way.
Yeah. What's going on, man? Y'all going to introduce yourself, man, for those that don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's your boy Juice, man. Next Level Finest. What up, though?
What's going on, man? You got your boy Wild Child, man. Next Level 1412 boy on the line with you.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, man, I brought y'all on, man. And for one, I'm gonna say thank y'all for coming on and joining me, man. You guys are the first official guest on the Hallcast, man. This is my first guest. Yeah.
Hey, seems like we first to do a lot of shit, homie.
Hey, yeah, we first to do a lot of shit, man. We
first to do a lot of things out here, man. I don't know.
Come on, man. Major Hog League and Next Level, man. Been rocking, man, for a long time. What was that? About 20 what? First time we actually got down together was what?
Probably like 2011, 2012, somewhere in there.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, man.
Well over 10 years.
Hey, a good time, a good time, man. I plan on doing a lot of business with y'all, man, and collaborations. Okay, he about to start talking.
We've been around when you was even doing knucklehead shit. You know what I'm saying? When I
had to pull your collar, man. When I didn't have my life together, man. It's like
when I was pulling your collar, telling you, man, you too cold for this, man.
Man, going back and forth to jail, man, like I had no business, huh?
Word up, man.
Man, I remember one time when I went to jail, we was doing business over the jail cell phone, getting shirts made.
Hey, people don't know my struggle, man.
Hey, man, that's why I appreciate you, bro, for even just hanging in there with me like that, man, and sticking in there, rocking with your boy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hold up, I got back. Give me 1 second. Fix that. All right, can you guys still hear me?
Yes, yeah, we still got you.
Okay, so you can still hear me. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, I'm just trying to get everything set up. What up, DJ Dirty, man? Let me hold something. I should be asking you. All right. I don't think that's gonna work. All right, well, shit, man. Let's get into it, man. I got a series of questions, man. That a lot of people, when I told them I was putting you guys on the Hallcast, man, they was like, man, a lot of people had a lot of questions to ask, man. How long you been in the club? Wild?
Shit, going on a little over 19 years.
19 years. Wow, that's something. 19 years. And shit, when y'all started the club, Juice?
March 2005.
2005, and here we going on 2025. 20 years in the game.
Yeah, long
man.
time,
A lot of clubs don't even really really make it that long to, a lot of clubs that started out back in like the early 2000s, you don't see them around nowadays, man. And you guys like really withstand the storm, man, because I know it's really hard to keep a club together, man. What do y'all do to keep y'all club at the caliber that you guys have it in?
We don't let them in as easily.
That's one of the questions. We don't let them in as easy. Okay.
Yeah, we don't fuck around with the fuck arounds. We definitely don't fuck around with the fuck arounds.
Right.
I will say this, man. Every club, go through turnovers and changes and people coming in and exiting out. I will say, man, like we don't typically have a high turnover rate when it comes to membership. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys who, we had a few guys here and there that left and went to other organization, but that's really a rarity. Like a lot of times when people they start fucking with the level, it ain't because they don't want a motorcycle no more. It's probably be something going on personally with their family, wife, kids, mom sick, or whatever the case may be, or just going a whole different direction, but they still rep and rep next level and claim next level, man. So it's all in the beginning process of it, man, and that helped create that longevity on bringing people in with the right vision that really believe in and buy into what the culture is for us.
Wow. Before you got in next level, were you from another club?
No, this has been my only club.
Oh, one and done. What about you, Juice?
Yeah, nah, this is the only thing.
Wow,
Man. Day one.
So what made you want to start next level?
Just being different, man. Honestly, early 2000s, man, with in Chicago, I would say, it was more of a motorsport thing going on. You know what I mean? MCs was here, but it wasn't out on the surface like that. It was, obviously it's a secret society, right? But what we had here in Chicago at that time, early 2000s, like number one stunners, rough riders, things of that nature. And I never wanted to be them. You know what I mean? I never wanted to be a rough rider. I know one of my co-founders, I sat down with him in his in his living room, man, and I was watching TV one day, and he was in Rough Riders already. He had been in Rough Riders for a couple years, and we would just ride around. You know what I mean? I would just, ride around with him every now and then or whatever. But yeah, I was like, man, I think I want to, start a club or whatever. And then from that point on, shit, it was on. You know what I mean? And he ended up quitting Rough Riders, and we ended up getting it together.
When you was riding this, when you was in the sport bike scene, did you ever think one day that you would jump onto the Harleys and ride cross country like you do?
I did, in a sense. I've always been kind of a visionary, man. I always kind of read and analyze things. So for the most part, I actually saw our set turn over with our own eyes. Like it was a sport bike set, in the early 90s, and because people couldn't afford Harleys, you know what I'm saying? And early 90s, mid 90s, and even in the early 2000s. And then the set, you could just see, one or two, and then you see prevalent people being able to afford such a bike. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And
Right.
even in our Midwest or Chicago culture, man, we used to all ride Softails. You know what I mean? We, it wasn't no street glides back then when we first bought our first Harley. You know what I mean? So it wasn't even, the only thing it was out was a road glide, and it was considered the ugly duckling. You know what I mean? So we was riding Softails early on. You know what I mean? I'm talking after sport bikes. But then as far as next level goes, you know what I mean? Once I bought, I guess I had the first Harley in next level, and then it was just the trickle down effect. You know what I'm saying? And I actually saw the set starting to turn over. You know what I mean? As people get older, you get to acquire different stuff. You know what I mean? You're not in your same tax bracket as you are. You know what I mean? So for me, it was in my 20s, and we just went like that.
It just went from there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What about you, Wild?
Obviously, I came in shortly after, the club started, 2005. So, we all started off on sport bikes as well. And then when we all started to make that change over to Harley's, man, I think our club, our organization, we was going through a transition period too on, really trying to define what our platform will be on the motorcycle community, right? So as we was going through that transition as an organization, man, like you said, man, he got his first Harley. Then after that, man, and we started to really take a forward look on like where do Next Level want to be in this motorcycle world and this community, and what we want to do, and what direction we want to go in the club. And everybody was maturing. We was phasing away from the sport bikes, being wild and all of that crazy stuff, man. And it was just an easy transition.
Wow, man. Did y'all ever think that when y'all first started, like you would become a nation, or most people clubs start like most clubs stay at a club and it's just one city, one state, but man, y'all a whole nation.
Yeah, I started getting that vision probably a few years after. But I've always stuck to the plan, and for the most part, man, it took us 5 years to even start the next chapter. You know what I mean? And the reason I took it into that, and I spoke about it at the Proc before as well, that you have to make sure that everything, your structure and your infrastructure is set before you go start other chapters in other cities. You know what I mean? It's a lot a lot of footwork that has to be done. A lot of things you have to do in your own chapter, like the actual mother chapter, to even do that, because what you're asking somebody to do, is to do exactly what you do in another state or another region. You know what I mean? So to make sure that we had all our ducks in a row and make sure that everything was everything. It took us 5 years to even get our first chapter. You know what I mean? And we had been courted to start a next level chapter probably 30 days after I pushed the button, but I just I wasn't gonna go. Yeah.
So do you get a lot of like people from different states be like, hey man, we want to start next level out here?
The waiting list is long. The list is long, and I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Yeah.
The list is long.
What about Cali, man? Any dudes in Cali already tapped in? Like, man, we want to start next level in Cali.
The list is long, my brother.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. That's some good stuff, man. What does it take to be a member in Next Level, man? Like, what are the qualifications? Like, if a guy walked up and he said, hey, man, I want to join Next Level, what do you expect out of that member?
First, man, I mean, just to be totally honest with you, man, you gotta to ask us if you ready. You know what I mean? If you asking us, are you ready? Then I don't know if you ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just real shit. Like, you gotta, when you come into a club or organization, man, you gotta know you should have already done your homework. You know what I mean? You should have already done the due diligence, and done your homework on the set. You know what I mean? So
Right.
one thing about us is that we breed real MCs. It's not no social club over here. We for the culture over here, right? So, not just Next Level, but the actual MC culture. You know what I mean? And then within that, the sublet to that is the Next Level culture, right? And the way we operate. But truth be told, man, like, it takes a certain type of individual to be in Next Level and to willingly join the club to just to spend your money and do what we do. It take a lot of commitment, you know what I'm saying, and family and everybody got to be on board, man. It's a whole community, you know what I'm saying, and to be in an organization like this, you know what I'm saying, and other people don't have it like this per se, but for the most part, to do it the right way, it has to start from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like the day you sign on the dotted line is the day you take your life to the next level.
So when they sign up, so what if is it mandatory that you got to go across state, hit state lines? That one of the requirements.
It's mandatory you do whatever we say.
Man, hey, you know what? That's not like a strict constitution, man. But hey, man, if a person watch you guys from afar, they should already know that should be a requirement, man. Because just about every little state I hit, when I go to different spots, it's always gonna be some Next Level pulling up, at least at a minimum of 10 and I'm talking about 10 from other states, not just 10 in the local area, but 10 from other states, man. I really think that's some good stuff, man. I mean, we got a lot of people in these comments, man. Scotch Bonnet, my man Savage, big roster, say Juice is humble as fuck. He put Chicago on the map. He said with this urban Harley movement and stamp state and city, he was everywhere. Yeah, Juice be everywhere, man. You look up, man, he be in Arizona. The next weekend he in Florida some damn where. But yeah, man, definitely be doing your stuff. Even Wild, man, I just chilling one day at the candy shop, just chilling, and he pop up like, and I don't even think it was a motorcycle weekend. And he just
it wasn't.
I'm like, oh, okay. I said, I see y'all, man. And then the crazy part was, I think
he went out there for some authentic tacos, man. That's where he went. He went for some authentic tacos.
So he like them tacos, man. Man, True Breed MC, what up? Emo from Oakland, Rare Breed, what up, Emo? That's another Emo? Ground pounder.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, what, when it comes to this motorcycling, right? What is the purpose that's driven? Like, what drives you to want to continue to keep going and going and going and going? Because y'all be going and going and going, man. So what drives you to really just get out there and just ride the way you do? Both of you guys.
For me, man, I just love to do it, man. And I love to do it with my brothers. So, watching guys like Wild grow up in it, you know what I mean? Watching guys, like even Young Gunner, you know what I'm saying? Like people that didn't even ride a motorcycle until they joined, you know what I mean? Like they may have known how to ride, but them actually picking up the culture and growing up with the culture. You see what I'm saying? I look at it from a different angle, obviously, because I'm a day one, right? But just seeing the brothers change or evolve. You know what I mean? Like younger cats that come in, like Scoop out of Chicago, or we had a couple cats in Kansas City that was young. You know what I mean? Watching them grow up, you know what I mean, in the culture is dope. You feel me?
Right, right.
Being able to pull up on them and we have a real strong brotherhood, man. And I'm proud to say that we definitely built something that just can't be broken outside of our infrastructure. You know what I mean? Because we all know, and we all know what it is, and we all communicate as such, if that makes sense. So you get somebody riding, somebody might be on the ground somewhere and they say they going such and such place. Somebody from Louisiana might be like, you know what, man, I want to go see my auntie in that same state. You know what, I'm gonna jump on the ride. You know what I mean? That's brotherhood in a sense. You know what I mean? You didn't even know about it. Next thing you know, you meeting up with him at a gas station and y'all finna pound these 1,000 miles out to ultimately get to where you going, and then you end up learning more about that brother, you know what I'm saying, and family. Might be sit down and his grandmama might make the best macaroni and cheese you ever had in your life. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a story to tell. You feel me? So
right.
It's all about it's all about the connectedness that we have, and that's what really makes us different. And we talk often. You know what I mean? We communicate and we see each other often, and that's another plus for that as well, because we actually know each other. Like we know each other.
Right. Then I got nephew. What up, man? I didn't even see you in there. My bad. I'm the unqualified hallcaster, man. So I'm learning how to work these buttons. I got you up in here, man. I want to present to the stage, nephew, man. Go on and introduce yourself, big dog.
What's happening with y'all, man? Nephew, Next Level Chicago, Mother Chapter President. Hey,
Mr. El Presidente.
as
Yeah.
Juice
So
would say. As Juice would say.
to piggyback off of what Juice was saying, man, what's your take on it, Wild?
My take on it, man, is definitely the brotherhood and the rock star lifestyle of it, man. When I talk about the brother and the rock star lifestyle of it, man, when you think about how, like, if you really doing some MCing out here, most people, wait 40, 50 years of their life to travel across country. You know what I mean? A lot of people, never even get a chance to leave outside of their neighborhood or go on vacation, man. And when you look up, like on the motorcycle setting community, how often we travel just the freedom and flexibility. Obviously it comes with a price, man, but it's like every weekend, every day, it's a family reunion. Being able to, just meet people, man. Man, I know there's somebody in every city and state, where I can pull up and go rest my head at their house if I need to. You know what I mean? And so that love and respect that's built over the years, man, and connections, the relationships, man, it's unreal. Like, it's unreal, man. And you it's one of those things, man. You got to really get out there and live it to really see it. You know what I mean? Like people think, man, I always laugh when, like, you're talking to people that don't ride motorcycles, like, oh, you're in a motorcycle gang and you do this or that, just the bizarre ideas they have of what they think we do and what we about, right? But like I said, man, just pulling up to the candy shop or pulling up, somewhere across the world, you know what I mean? You out there on the West Coast, but we may bump into each other in Florida, you know what I mean? And the relationship and the bonds that you have, man, is just, it's like a family reunion every time, man. It's always a story to be told, man. And, you seeing people, generations coming behind you. You seeing the involvement, how people evolve over time, man. It's just amazing, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't know if you had caught the question, nephew, about what drives you to want to continue to ride your motorcycle and be a part of this community. Like, what's the purpose behind it?
Well, really, it's got to be in you. Like, this has to be your lifestyle. I don't look at this like no hobby. Like they said, it's got to be. You like to. I like to see the camaraderie. When I get to see my brothers every time we travel, you know what I mean. So it's just personally, that's just what I love to do. You know what I mean? Travel across
Right,
country. That's why I came here. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
It wasn't just, just riding motorcycles around the city of Chicago. I want to get out. I want to see, different things. So that's what drives me to do it.
Right, right, right. Um, well, obviously, for a club to go strong for 20 years, right? For 20 years on the bike set, and especially coming from an area like Chicago, right, where you face with all different type of motorcycling cultures, the 99, the 1%, the 0%, or the 1,000%, right? It's it's definitely a sign of good leadership, right? What makes good leadership? Because it's a lot of people that I watch these different vlogs. Excuse the ambulance. We are live on Compton Boulevard, man. So it's always going down in Compton. But it's what would you consider good leadership? Because there's a lot of clubs out there that they need that advice, and you guys are definitely a good example because shit, 20 years, man, it's definitely a sign of good leadership. And being that you're at the forefront of this thing, Mr. Juice, what would you define as good leadership?
Well, first, personally, man, I feel like you gotta have to have longevity, man. You gotta have consistency, right? Um, just like with anything you do, man, anything you see that you want to flourish, you know what I mean, or you're in something, just like with your shirt company, you know what I mean. You had to be consistent to get to where you are, right? Just same
Right,
thing on a motorcycle set, right? And well, running a motorcycle club, man, is, it has these different lanes and layers, you know what I mean, and family and miles come into play, and brotherhood comes into play, finances come into play. All of these things is like a melting pot, right? That you have to pay attention to and understand, where you and your club is to be able to manage that, right? So,
right,
you know, um, again, man, empathy. It's a lot of things that go into this motorcycle club stuff. You feel me? So so with that being said, the biggest thing about us is, with our longevity of being, quote unquote, what I mean, one of them ones or at the top, or however you want to look at it, right? Is consistency. You know what I mean? LeBron James, may not be the best scorer that ever came through the NBA. But guess what? At the end of the day, his longevity and consistency of him doing the same thing day in, day out has gotten him to being the all-time leading scorer. You feel what I'm saying? So, and that's
Right.
really a great analogy about next level is we are probably, you know what I mean? You don't have to, we don't necessarily get involved with the statistics of it, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we always right there. You know what I'm saying? When you talk
Right,
about motorcycling, it's not a push and a pull for us to be called, number 1, 2, or 3. But at the end of the day, when you talk about motorcycling, our name gonna come up. You feel me? So we're
it
always
gotta
right
come
there.
up.
Right.
Right,
So we're
right.
always right there. So we use that level of consistency, you know what I mean, and longevity over the years. It's this is what you get in 20 years. We've probably done it as well as we probably gonna be able to do it. You know what I mean? And we got growing to do. You know what I mean? And we haven't reached our ceiling, but at the end of the day, we've done pretty good. And I
Right.
really salute our leadership, not just in Chicago, you know what I mean, but all over the nation, because it takes a, a understanding to understand a brand, you know what I mean, from different presidents, you know what I mean, and understanding what we all are capable of doing when we come together, and form Voltron, you know what I mean?
Right, right. Nephew, did you ever think you would become the president of the club, bro?
I ain't gonna say I didn't think it was gonna happen, but I'm
Shed some
here.
light. Hey, turn the light on, nephew, man. Let the world see you, man. You down, you dark over there, man.
Man, nah, but uh, that's all. It's all about growing, though. You know what I mean? Like you got to step up to the plate, and I'm not turning down nothing. So that's just what it. That's just what it is. You know what I mean?
Right, right. What about you, Wild Man? Because you was president at one time too, wasn't you, before you stepped up?
Yeah. I went through all the different ranks, you know what I mean, from prospecting all the way through. And I think tapping into that is kind of like what nephew is saying is, you know, some people do chase patches or positions or whatever the case may be, but it's really about one of the things I always try to preach and preach and teach is really only two positions in the club that matter. That's the president and prospect.
Mm.
Everything else is just really for structure, you know what I mean, and just to have some type of ordinance to go on, man. But everybody should have it in their mindset that they're the president of the club. And even as a president, you should have in the mindset that you're the prospect, man, willing to always put in the work, willing to always step up where it's needed and do what to do. And I think that really ties into what some of the things that embodies a great leader, man, is really one, not being afraid. Like you can't be afraid, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that, you gotta speak what's on your mind. You gotta be willing to push the needle. You gotta be willing to lose people, you know what I mean? Because it's gonna happen, right? But you gotta stand firm on what you believe in, no matter if it's gonna rattle the chambers or whatever, man. If you gotta tear it down and rebuild it, you got to be not afraid to do that based on what you believe in, having your heart. And then trust, man. Trust is a big thing too, man. Is really getting your people to trust you. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying they go like you, right? Because obviously, when you're in a position of any type of authority, quite naturally, especially, nobody in the African American community really, especially if you grew up any type of hood or anything, you don't like any authority and nobody telling you what to do. So you got to understand it's going to always be conflict there, right? So you can't be afraid of that conflict, but you also got to trust what yourself, trust what you where your heart is at with it. You see what I'm saying? You got to trust that you're making the right decision, not for you, but for the organization. And then eventually throughout the rigmarole of it, the back and forth of it, you know what I mean? Because if I get into it with you, C-Rider, as a man, I don't expect you to agree with me all the time, right? But long as I can stand true to what I do and stay, and like Drew said, stay consistent with what I do, then eventually you'll come back and you'll be like, man, you know what? At first I didn't see it. At first I didn't believe in it. At first I didn't do this or whatever the case may be, but now it makes sense. I see why you had us go this route. I see why you stood firm on these fines. Well, I see why you stood firm on, you know what I mean, not accepting this or not doing this, because it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture here.
Right. Man, so y'all really had kicked up a lot of controversy in the past few months, and as
Here we
bad as I
go.
wanted to get my hall cast going to jump in on it and get the likes and the views and the algorithm going, I was like, damn, I missed out on that opportunity. But we're gonna revisit it right now. And it's these the Million Miles, man. They said you guys got 1,000,000 miles like they did the Million Man March. And I remember when we first talked, because I was behind the scenes with it, before it even happened. I knew that it was going on, and we had put those nice shirts together, man. The Million Mile shirts, and just talking about it and all. When you guys launched it, boom. The chat, everything went crazy, man. You had the people that was like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, they did that. Then you had some people that was knocking it like, man, hell no, they ain't did no Million Miles, this, that, and the other. And a lot of people was like, oh man, we do that all the time. And this, that, and the other, and it was like, me personally, I'm just giving my opinion. My opinion was, I was happy for y'all, man, because for you guys to even take the time to do the logistics and just calculate all this stuff. Most clubs don't even ask you to turn in your Speedo in the beginning of the season and at the end of the season. They just ain't doing it. You know what I mean? And for you guys to even have that set up to even calculate all that, man, I want to commend y'all on that. Not only do I want to commend y'all on just doing it as a whole, man, because like you say, everywhere you look up at an annual, you're going to see a pack of Next Level here, pack of Next Level there. Next Level was all over the country, man. And that's just what it is. Seeing y'all in Oakland, seeing y'all in LA, seeing y'all in Tijuana, you know what I mean? Y'all was all over the place, man. And it was a little disheartening for me, myself, to see hatred. Because when we talk about motorcycling and MCing, the first word to motorcycling, the first word is brotherhood. And the hate that came out, it was like, that ain't brotherhood, man. Everybody should be commending these brothers to even doing it, man. Because I seen some brothers, man, had like, and it was like low numbers. Like some of the guys had 20,000 miles. You know what I mean? 20,000 miles, highway miles. And that was like some of the low guys on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to give y'all flowers for that, bro, because that was really big, How did that all come about of even doing the Million Mile thing?
Well, let me say this, right? I think hey, first of all, appreciate your flowers for that, man. So I definitely appreciate that, man. But in a compliment, I think what comes to mind as I hear you talking, I was thinking about reading all the comments on social media and everything, the back and forth. I think that's probably the blessing and the curse in the same thing, man. First of all, is it came about. We're not trying to compare to nobody else out here. We're not trying to compare to nobody else out here, and we're not trying to compete. See, our competition is something that was within, right? And we were talking about, how do you last and how do you, leadership is just about, giving something that you want to do internally for your club. So that's the reason why it wasn't talked about. It really wasn't blasted. It was something that we wanted to do as an organization to bring us together. Everybody out here talking about miles, everybody, got individual accolades, like even myself, last year, I did over 30,000+ miles, So, that's all fun and dandy, but you'd be like, damn, okay, you did 30,000+ miles, 40,000 miles, but did you do it with your club? Well, why are you in the club? Where's the brotherhood at? Could you say you roll with your organization, your member? Where's the camaraderie that came from that? So that Million Miles, and we're not gonna get into the details on how we came up with that number or whatever, but that Million Miles really for us to ride together.
Right.
Us to come together as an organization, right? So we had people that did whatever numbers they did, but that was an idea and a thought for us to come together and do something for us as an organization across the nation. Like, let's do this together, not individually. And ain't no, one person bigger than an organization. Is like, no, we go do this as a nation, and that was something for us to work on our brotherhood internally to keep that family cohesiveness together. So.
Right. Well, y'all definitely inspired me, man, because What you gonna say, Juice?
No, I was just gonna say, just to piggyback off a while. A lot of people don't know this, and we shared it after the fact that we actually the year before, what I mean, our goal was to do, and we didn't succeed. You know what I mean? And so we went back to the drawing board and figured out, where we lacked at, what we needed to do, the actual numbers that we needed to put up. You know what I mean? Per chapter, per member. You know what I mean? It was broken down to that effect. You feel what I'm saying? And then obviously, man, we got schedules. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got a family, everybody's got, lives, everybody got things that they have to do, man. So you gotta figure out where you can sacrifice your time, you know what I mean, as a member to get your miles, to get your, to do what you were supposed to do. You know what I mean? Do your part. You know what I mean? And that's what we preach. We, do your part. If you do your part, everybody's gonna succeed. So we didn't make it, and it was even bittersweet, when we did, and it kind of, obviously shook up the internet, man. And we appreciate it from all walks, even the hate though. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we know you watching. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, and we don't, and I know I made a real strong post that day, but we really don't care about nobody else's miles. And let me say it a little closer. We don't care. We don't care what you did in 1986 or 1996 or whenever you did it. You dig what I'm saying? We don't care because it wasn't about you or anybody else in another club, man. We were successful with it for our own behalf, and that's why we celebrated it that way. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't care if anybody liked it or not. You know what I'm saying? We did what we set out to do, and that was the coup de grace for us. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
But we know what we do, man, and I really hate to say it, we know what happens after someone does or makes a major accomplishment. People hate what they don't understand. You know what I mean? And that's really the gist of it. And I told you this early on. You know what I mean? When we were actually sitting there creating the shirts. I say this is, what I mean, this is big for us. You know what I mean? We're not really worried about what the world thinks.
Right. Well, y'all definitely inspired me, man. Because I said this season, last season I got about 11,000. You had me counting my miles, right? I was gonna post mine up like, yeah, check out this 11,000. So, and I didn't really go nowhere.
That's bad when the T-shirt man get more miles than you, man.
Come on, man. The T-shirt man get more miles than some of these dudes, man, that be talking this high mileage stuff, man. But yeah, I said I'm gonna set my goal at a dub this year, man. I'm gonna try to see if I could get me a dub at least. You know what I mean? I plan on getting out there on the road quite more often. I done figured out the formula now. Now I got my a suitcase that can carry about 75 shirts. You know what I mean? I had it strapped on the back of the bike and shit, headed out to Galveston. So I said, shit, man, if I could get to where I can get and sell these 75 shirts and pay for the trip, hey, man, I'm good with it, man. I had a ball. You know what I mean? I had a ball, man. But y'all definitely encouraged me to go get me a dub this year, man. So the main reason why we own this cast is we talking about this summer jam, man, the most anticipated annual of 2025. Man, you got people from all over talking about coming to Chicago. Is y'all ready?
Hey, man. Right. Nah, man, we stay ready, so we ain't gotta get ready, man.
Bro, the world is coming. I mean, y'all got, man, how many hotels y'all got sold out already?
How many you think we got sold out? See?
Man, I think y'all probably at least got about 8 or 9, maybe more, man. But man, the world is coming, man, to Chicago, man. Everybody want to get that. I remember when the first time I came out there and hung out with y'all, man. It was, what's the name of that pizza y'all known for? The deep dish. Everybody want to get a deep dish pizza, man.
Giordano's, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But man, I said, dang. I said, ain't y'all giving away a motorcycle?
Yeah, man. It's the year, man.
Yeah.
It's the year. This the year, man. $20. You know what I mean?
$20. I got this clip, man. Y'all want to roll into
it? Let's do it.
Let's roll it.
On the highway, drive past the minivan and got the hubby eater while his wife be looking sideways. See us in our back, we handle business like it's Friday. No surfboard.
What's up, y'all? It's Next Level Motorcycle Club, 20th anniversary. This is Summer Jam. We have
partnered up with Chi-Town Harley Davidson to raffle off a beautiful 2025 Harley Davidson Road Glide in lieu of our 20th Summer Jam. All right. So, what does that look like? It looks like you got one shot, one chance to win this beautiful motorcycle for $20. 20th anniversary, $20 entry. That's all it takes. It takes one ticket to win this beautiful motorcycle. I'm gonna introduce my friend, my brother, the owner of Chi-Town Harley Davidson, also Phantom Harley Davidson, George. And I just want to thank him for having us.
My pleasure.
And being a part of the program.
So like you said, we're going to be raffling off a 2025 Road Glide. This is the new state-of-the-art Road Glide from Harley Davidson Motor Company. We're super excited to be involved. I am really impressed with all the next level group. I can tell you something that you guys put down the most mileage of anybody I've ever seen in my life. You guys travel across the United States of America, and I'm kind of jealous, but I'm glad you guys keep that rolling. I've had 14 1,000-mile tours throughout the U.S. in my time. I'm kind of semi-retired right now, but looking forward to working with you guys, and we're super excited to get this thing rolling for you. We're super excited to have you guys for your 20th anniversary here at Chi-Town Harley Davidson and Phantom Harley Davidson out in Manteno. Look forward to working with you guys.
We need you. If you want this bike, tap in to the link below. Make sure you get all of the information. We got Chi-Town Harley Davidson. We got Next Level. It's a beautiful combination. They agreed. I don't know why they agreed. They must like us. $20 will get you this. You got one shot.
We fly homes on the highway, drive past your minivan and got the hubby heater while it's right we looking sideways. See us in our back, we handle business like it's Friday. No surfboard with the
Man, that was big.
Yes, sir.
That was big. Hey, man. Let's see, put y'all back up on here. Boom, boom, boom. 1 second. If y'all give me 1 second.
Mm-mm-mm. Where you had to go, Pete?
Hope we have to go do number 2.
Oh man, a 2+1 combo.
2+1 combo.
Wow.
Hey man.
They say to go get some Continental sponsorship, man. You went to go take a shit real quick, man. You go and get you some toilet paper sponsorship, man. Take a break for our sponsors.
Man, my bad, bro. I'm trying to, I'm the unqualified hardcaster, man. My bad, bro. My worker was getting the crack, and I'm like, man, he making all that noise. I'm like, man, what is you doing? Boom, there we go, man. But yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I should have hit the little commercial. Next time I know better. Now I got my little commercial set up. I boom, send it to the commercial, man. Hey, so tell us about this annual, man. What y'all got planned for us when we arrive to Chicago about 20,000 deep?
Hey man. First of all, man, I'm humbled, obviously, man, that the entire Black Bike set has chosen Chicago as the focal point this year. You know what I mean? To come represent for Next Level Chicago's 20th anniversary, man. But for us, it's business as usual, man. Make sure that we provide all of our guests with a safe, fun environment that's the hospitality, things that we're known for. You know what I mean? Nothing really changed for us, man. If you've been walking with us for the last 20 years, and definitely, since we've been, nationwide, that, if you pull up to any Next Level event, man, you're gonna see smiling faces and caring bikers. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna, make sure we look out as best as we as we can, like we always do, man. And if you tap in, make sure you get your tickets and stuff. You do what you supposed to do. You know what I mean? If you do what you're supposed to do, meaning get your tickets online, because it's a cashless event. Get your tickets online. That way, all you have to do is pull up to the host hotel and get your band, and you set for the whole weekend, right? So we ready. If y'all ready, I'll let nephew tell you about the events. But I just want to make sure that we do appreciate everybody that we got coming in town, man. And as usual, man, you can just tap in with anybody on the next level team, man, and then they'll direct you the right way for sure.
Yeah, nephew, let us know, man. What y'all got
I
lined up?
mean,
They coming, bro. I'm when I tell you they
hey,
coming,
we
they
waiting.
are coming.
We waiting on them, man. We got some stuff lined up, man. We got the entrance on Thursday night. Then of course Friday is Harley, after party after that. Then Saturday we're gonna be at the Brandon Iron for the day party. And Saturday night, it all goes down. Chance to win the motorcycle and everything. So we
Yes,
we we
sir.
got it covered. We definitely got it covered. Appreciate all the love, what I mean, that I've been getting calls, stuff like that. So yeah, I appreciate all the love, man, from everybody, the whole black set, motorcycle set, I mean. So
Hey, I will say this, man. Let me say this on the weekend, man, because two things really I don't I want to touch on because I really want people to understand the significance of what's going on, right? How many events we got. We got Thursday night. We got six total events. We got Thursday night going off. Then we got Friday afternoon and Friday night, Saturday day party, Saturday night, and then the Sunday fun day, Sunday Chicago style, man, for those who stay over. But we're talking about 6 events, right? 6 events for the $40 weekend bands. One of the things I'm encourage people to do, man, get your weekend bands early because there's only a limited that we're gonna be able to do on the weekend bands, right? We're only gonna be able to sell a limited amount of weekend bands. How we're gonna do it. So when you think about 6 events for $40, you're paying about $7 for each event to get in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Man, especially when I come out there on the West Coast, you know what I mean? I'm paying $50 to get in one day.
Yep.
I'm paying $50 to get in one day, right? So
Yep.
you talk about $40 to get in 6 events. You don't want to be that girl or that guy trying to get held up at the door, can't get in through the speed line because it's overcrowded, it's packed, and you paying you more, you out, 60, 70, $80 trying to pay day by day because you ain't know what you was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're not attending all weekend, man, that $40 band is still gonna be your best bargain. So that's what I would say on that. And then you got to think about it, man. Where else you go get the opportunity to get a 2025 Harley Davidson Road Glide, man? Shout out to the
For
video
$20.
for $20.
$20.
$20, man. I'm seeing several people doing stuff over the internet, man. People $100 raffles here, $250 here. You know what I mean? $150 there. Look, see, rather like I may need to get into the raffle game, right?
It was him.
It was me.
It
It
was
was
him.
me. All right,
Okay,
we had the $100 tickets. You know what I mean? But for $100, man, you couldn't beat that, man.
I mean,
You know,
it's
you
still good. It's
yeah,
still
can't
good.
beat
Martin. That's why. Hey, I'm gonna say this though, man. Look, my son got hold of the my son he followed the culture, man. He into the lifestyles. My oldest son, he 18, right? Just last year high school. So I got a little bank account that I shared with him, and I'm like, hey, how much in the account? He like such and such. I said, what happened to the money? He said, man, they had that raffle in Chicago. He said, it's $20 to get in. He said, man, I had to get 3 tickets. So I said, man, I said, man, God willing, man, I hope you win, man. You win that, I'm riding your motorcycle home.
That part right there.
This for us since you bought it with our money. This our
It's
bike.
both
Hey, on the
ours.
real, man. But yeah, that's a good deal, man. $20 for that brand new joint, man. That's big, man. That's
20
big.
bucks, man. We figure like, man, it was significant, and people can sell it for whatever they want to sell it for, man. But $20, man, everybody can. It's probably in between the cushions of your couch right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, on the
So
real.
Yeah, man. But to piggyback off of the events, man, like we really want to provide a atmosphere that's like no other, right? And we've been doing a great job at that, man. But if you come to our events, man, it's an event. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just a motorcycle party. You dig what I'm saying? People come for, shoot, half a week, sometimes longer. You know what I mean? So, sometimes people are in Chicago for 4 or 5 days. You know what I mean? And able to see the city and things of that nature, man. We understand that we have, one of the most beautifulest cities in the world. So people want to see, you know what I mean? It's things to
Right,
do and
right.
things of that nature, man. So we kind of design Next Level Weekend, aka the Summer Jam, to be more of an event, right? So with that being said, um from my understanding, we got the West Coast coming real heavy. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
West
We
Coast
got
is
the
coming, man.
so check this out. What we do last year, we tapped into the West Coast. The West Coast gave us love, right? Just don't forget DJ Dre Snacks, DJ L Boogie, Saturday, day party, West Coast style. We got to put on for our people, right? You know what
Right,
I
right.
mean? We got to put on for our people. They did a hell of a job last year, man. We invited them back this year. So, they're giving us a little of that West Coast flavor, man. They gonna do what they do, just how y'all see it in y'all backyards. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
When y'all go to y'all local annuals, right? But then I also heard that the East Coast got something to say this year. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The East Coast got something to say. From my understanding, now this is like you know what I mean. I don't want to let cats out of the bag, but I'm telling y'all better. I'm telling you, I don't want to let it out the bag. But the East Coast coming, and guess
You know
what?
what's crazy?
The
This
Dirty
is what's
South is
crazy
too.
though.
The Dirty South is too.
Before it was the summer jam, it was the winter jam.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
for those that don't know, I was watching well, before I watched the video, my boy Ant from HDTV said, yeah, man, this dude named Juice in Chicago, man, he gonna fly us out. He gonna fly me and Ronnie out to their annual. So I was like, yeah. I said, damn. I said, yeah, I ain't never heard of Next Level before. Like, yeah, okay. Boom. Man, Ant come back and he said, yo, C. Ant got that little New York accent and everything. He out here in Cali. He like, yo, C. He said, man, it was off the chain. I said, yeah. He said, man, it was off the chain. He said, man, I don't know why we ain't never heard of these dudes, man. He said, it was like the breed. I said, nothing is like LA breed. He said, no, bro, it was like the breed. He said, bro, they had about 10, 20 buses pulling in from all different states, people from all over in the snow. He said, bro, we was in a hotel for like 3 days partying. Nobody went outside. We was in a hotel going up. He said it was just cracking on every floor, and from poker games on the hotel floors to dice games and strip clubs. And I said, yeah. He said, man, it was definitely going up. I said, man, I really kind of hate I didn't get to witness that or see that, man. But through the HDTV videos, I was able to see it, man. And I must say, man, that was some wild shit y'all had going on, man.
It was cool, man. It was cool. We graduated from that era, man, and but I did like the closeness of the events. You know what I mean? Being all in the hotel, the all in one hotel. Back in the day, man, we used to sell out the Holiday Inn in Matson, and it would sell out in like 20 minutes. The entire hotel, all 201 rooms. Would sell out in 20 minutes, man. And we would tell them like to actually, and this was pre like social media was out, you know what I mean, but it wasn't like it is now, obviously, right? But people that would have to call in, you know what I mean? It wasn't the links and stuff like that, it wasn't really like that. The
Right.
hotel links. People would have to call in and they would have people standing on like a telethon. like
Right,
like a
right. You catch the phones.
yeah, bro. So they would answer the phone. How many rooms you need? How many rooms you need? Like people it was crazy. You had to be there, man. You had to be there. It was what they say. What a time to be alive.
Right, right, right. It definitely had to have been a good time because after following up and starting to venture out on that side of the country more, falling deeper into the culture, man, I started meeting different people, and I would bring it up. I would talk about, next time, like, hey man, what was them like? And then folks would be like, yeah, we traveled from Ohio. We chartered a bus and we was partying on the bus. So I said that got to be some cool shit for some people coming from different states and different cities. You know what I mean? That's like a for real world tour. Partying on the bus, go to the party, going home, partying, going home. I said, that's some good stuff, man. But I said, yeah, y'all definitely are some trendsetters here on this motorcycle set, man. It was something else I want to tap on, and that's being next level, right? Do you think there's another level after this next level?
It's always the next level, bro.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
That's why we are who we are, because it's always the next level.
Right. Well, man, I think I'm about to my hour, man. Is there anything you guys want to get off y'all chest, man? Is something y'all want to say, man, to tell the world?
Hey, lock in, man. Get your bands. Everything is cashless. Get your bands. Sign up, get the link, get your bands. Cause like we said a little while ago, they are limited. And don't
That's the
forget,
link.
play that raffle.
Yep, that's it right there.
Check that link, y'all. That's the link right here, man. If y'all want to get y'all, you can get the bands on this link right here too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bands and the you can get to the motorcycle there, the motorcycle giveaway, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so y'all hit that link, y'all, www.chicago.nextlevel-mc.com. That's where you could go and get them links to get those bands, hit the links, get them bands, get into that, try to get that motorcycle, because they say a lot of y'all don't have motorcycles and y'all got vests. So you got an opportunity to get a motorcycle to go with that vest. You know what I mean? Man, you know what? I'm really enjoying this motorcycle, this new thing that I see on the bike set, man, is really encouraging everybody to do more motorcycling. You know what I mean? So I'm really loving that, man. Y'all definitely set levels. And one thing I'm going to say that what I noticed about y'all too, I didn't say this earlier, was like you were saying, is family, right? And everywhere where I went with y'all, different places, right? And y'all would get together, man, as a family and would hang out. You know what I mean? And I don't really see that. I see that with some clubs, but most clubs I don't. You would see, like, if it's an annual in Atlanta, and just say a club goes to meet there, and everybody kind of doing their own thing. You know what I mean? All around doing whatnot, man. But you guys are a real tight knit family, man. Every time I see y'all eating together. Y'all drinking together, y'all partying together, and it is no, I don't know what the word is. It's no separation. You know what I mean? And I like that about y'all, man. I said, dang, when we went to Tulsa and we hung out, man, we had mac and cheese and got full, got drank. Like y'all had it set up at the hotel. It was cool. You know what I mean? And I said, man, these dudes really are a real family. You know what I'm saying? I keep in touch with the guys in the different chapters, because I do a lot of you guys chapter shirts, and just to know that the way you guys coincide together, man, you guys really move as one unit, and you wouldn't even know that there are several chapters. You would think it's just one whole body and not just a chapter. But shout out to y'all, man. If y'all can, hit the like, comment, and subscribe. I am the unqualified hallcaster, so I'm getting used to this. Hit the likes. When you hit the likes, it puts me more in the algorithm. If you can subscribe, it puts me more in the algorithm, and it puts me up there to where when you turn on your YouTube, turn on your TV, I'm right there. So if you're watching me on the TV, I don't know, some of you guys don't know how to subscribe from the TV. You could just pick up your cell phone, go to Major Hog League, and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. So once we get to 10,000 subscribers, I got 250 shirts I'm giving away free. All you got to do is pay for the shipping. So once we get to 10,000 subscribers, 250 shirts, man. I don't even think I got 250 online customers. So we just giving away shirts. You know what I mean? So y'all come check us out, man. Shout out to Juice. Shout out to Wild Nephew.
Real quick before you win, man. Man, listen, I know we talked about the 20th year, man, but you guys seeing the shirts. I'm rocking one of the Next Level Tour shirts right now. We are on tour, man. So shout out to Kansas City, which is up next. We just, man, shut down Louisiana last month, man. So this month, man, we going to Kansas City, man, for Next Level Kansas City first anniversary this weekend, man, the 20th through the 22nd, man. So make sure you tap in if you can get outside, or if you're in the area, man, go support them boys, man. They got an awesome weekend lined up, man. So KC is up next, man. That's what Chicago is headed to. I mean, that's what the nation is headed to, man. So all roads lead to Kansas City, man. The tour, Next Level Tour, man. We on the road. We on the road.
We outside.
Who's at
for
the
real.
Kansas?
We outside.
Who's at the Kansas, man? Who up
Houston
next?
Out the Kansas.
Houston out the
H-Town, H-Town, my boy Knowledge and Gunner. Yeah, man, that's what's up. And at the H-Town, where we going?
Indianapolis.
Indy.
Man, I ain't
We
never
on
been
tour for real, homie. We on real tour.
Yeah, that's definitely a world tour, man. Hey, y'all
Hey,
might
listen. Hey, meet us somewhere at your local Buckeyes, man, or gas station, man. We go, we got the gas, man, and we go come on and pull on in with us, man, because we out there, man.
Yeah, we outside.
Man, just grab me one of them brisket sandwiches, man.
Right.
Beaver nuggets.
You guys too.
For sure, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys for coming on with me, man. And y'all are the official to break it off. So next week I'm gonna have a new guest on, and we're gonna be doing Major Hog League Hog Cast every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, man. So y'all get ready and stay tuned, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir, man. All right, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Million Mile Boys, homie. We outside.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Right, see?
Later, man.
Later, bro.